it's Katerina, and I'm here today to do just a real quick touch base. I'm actually 2 weeks behind now posting my results from my weigh-in and measuring. There was a week that we were moving stuff and I wasn't able to get that done, and then I just really was under the weather, so I wasn't really doing that other one. And if you hear that, we are having a really bad storm here right now. Finally, thank goodness, we need the rain, but I apologize for the noise. I also had something come up where I ended up having to go see my family physician, and they actually ran some recent tests on my thyroid, kidney function, and my liver. So I thought I would share those now, since having been on the carnivore diet. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into the weights and measurements. Again, I am sorry about all of the noise. The doors to the outside are right here, and it is literally pouring here. We're having a storm, so I'll get right into my measurements, since I am actually behind on getting those out, and then I'll talk a little bit about what prompted me to go to the doctor and those current results. So, I always have my notebook. Now, if you recall, the last time I did my check-in was on the 22nd of August, and that would have been my 6-week check-in, I believe. Maybe it was my 7th. But in any case, we are going to just say that today is 9 weeks. I weighed in at 208 pounds. I'd actually gone down to 206 and then back up to 208. I do think that I have been retaining a little bit of water because I have been feeling under the weather, and just that happens anyways. Your weight fluctuates all the time anyways. The last time I weighed in, though, to check in with y'all, I was at 210.6. So I think that is a pretty good drop right there. My neck has never changed. It continues to stay at 15 throughout the whole time. My chest, the last time I checked in, was 41.75, and this time it was 42. That could have been an error with where we had the measuring tape, or it could have been the sports bra that I was wearing. It's hard to say. It's nothing that I'm worried about, though. My biceps were 14.5 last time, and they were 14.75 this time. And again, I am not concerned about the measurements or the weight. I feel wonderful. I just do this because there are people out there that really do like to see the progression. My waist was 37 the last time I measured it, and it was 36 this time. My hips were 46.5 the last time I measured it, and they're down to 46. And I can definitely say that I am losing inches there, because certain clothes that I haven't been able to wear, I actually can now. My thighs were 23 the last time we measured them, and they were 22 this time. And my calves, boy, they stayed at 15 for the longest time, and then they dropped down to 14.5, and that's where they're at even this last time. My body fat was 46.9 the last time I calculated it, and it was 46.4 this time. And that's a big difference from the 48.7 that it was when I originally started documenting it, and who knows what it was even before I started the documentation. So I'm going to go ahead and post the shots of my current, what I look like, as well as the measuring. So if you don't want to see me in my sports bra and biker shorts, that's coming up. Also, real quick before I do that, I'm going to talk a little bit about what caused me to go see the doctor and why I had my newest results done. So I had been experiencing, and it actually had started before I started the carnivore diet, I was having itching. Itching most especially in a couple places on my body that were incredibly aggravating. It was under my armpits and below my chest. Those were by far and wide just driving me insane. I tried changing my laundry soap to free and clear type laundry soap. I tried different deodorants, not doing a deodorant at all, shaving, not shaving, I literally tried everything that you could think of. I even was thinking, at one point in time, this was one of the things that was leading me to believe that I was having reactions to food. Which again, I think if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that there was a lot of health conditions that were actually spurring me to the elimination diet in the first place. So I finally went to the doctor because I even tried Monistat, and I know that sounds crazy, but you can get yeast infections on your skin. So I even tried that, and nothing was relieving any of my symptoms. So anyways, I was trying everything that I could possibly try, and nothing was relieving the itch, and I would subconsciously be scratching, so much so that I was at times even making it bleed. I would be out in public and my husband would be like, "You scratching your armpits," or whatever, and it just, and I even thought maybe it was some skin tags because I was a lot heavier, so I did have skin tags any place that my skin was rubbing. But nothing was relieving anything. I honestly was at a loss. So I was a little bit worried, especially after I started doing the carnivore diet. And, there's all that talk about your kidneys and your liver. And I had already had some kidney damage after I had the big C. They did tell me that would eventually heal itself over time, but my kidney EGFR numbers were down quite, well, maybe not so low that it was horrifying, but they were down in the low 80s, which is not what they were at before. And so I was a little concerned, so I went to my doctor and she ran some new tests, checking my liver function, and there's some thunder, which by the way is just so exciting for us here in Texas because it's been just so hot for so long. But she ran some new tests for my liver, a new EGFR test on my kidneys, as well as she checked my thyroid and my magnesium levels. And those all came back, and I'm going to actually share them. I'll go ahead and put them up here in just a second. I didn't have my cholesterol checked. I will be doing that, but she wants to wait the full 90 days to do that. And then we'll again check my kidney and liver function. So anyways, my kidney EGFR shot way up. The estimated glomerular filtration rate is actually at 106 right now, which is very, very good. My glucose, I wasn't fasting at the time that I went, but she did check it anyways, and that was at 95. On average, my glucose is in the 70s to 80s, to be honest with you, since starting the carnivore diet, and for the most part it stays around there, but that was actually very good. My BUN was 13, my creatine was 0.69, my sodium was 139, and my potassium was 4.2. All of these are perfectly right in the middle range where they like them to be. I'm not going to read off all the numbers. I will go ahead and post them up here, but my bilirubin was 0.5. My alkaline phosphatase, I think that's how you say it. I'm probably saying it wrong. That was 115, and so that was a perfect number that they liked. And my AST was 15, which also perfect. Absolutely perfect. My protein was at 7, which again was great. And my thyroid, she did a TSH with the FT4 reflex. I don't know if that's a great test or not great test, but it was at a 2.85. So again, she liked it right there in the middle. Very happy with the results. Another test that she did do was my magnesium, because magnesium can cause a lot of issues with your body, and I was right at 2.0. So right there, right dead set in the middle. Everything looked great on the blood tests and everything that she did. She absolutely, this was a different doctor at the same practice that I normally go to. I explained to her, because my normal doctor was not in support of this carnivore diet, but my my normal doctor wasn't available, so they got me in with another one at the clinic. And she was very understanding of what I was doing. I let her know that I had started this as an elimination diet because I was so sick all the time. She was incredibly impressed with my basically 30-pound weight loss in such a short time. She did question on whether or not she thought that this would be the best long-term solution for me, but she said that, you know, we'll approach those things as we go, you know, 90 days, 6 months down the road. So I am actually going to adjust and move to her as my new PCP because she is accepting new patients and she seems very receptive. And that is, of course, until I move. Once I move out of state, I'll have to find somebody else. But it'll be a search for somebody that is very specifically supportive of the carnivore diet. All of that being said, I'm super, super happy with the results, and they have decided that what was causing my itching is actually nerve damage. I have a great deal of nerve damage already. I have a very injured back and my C-spine. I had some injuries while I was in the service. So I have a lot of those type of things already. And because I am losing weight and things are shifting and moving around, she believes that this is just more of the nerve damage things that are actually surfacing that may have been hidden because of all of the weight and everything that I was carrying. So I do not want to take any of the medications for my nerve damage or my neuropathy that I have. I am definitely against gabapentin and those type of medicines. So she did prescribe me with a type of antihistamine for itching that I can take as needed. It's not something that I need to take any type of long-term. And so I actually don't remember the name of it. I haven't even picked it up yet, but she definitely doesn't think that it is something systemic inside my body with, you know, any kind of like liver or kidney issues. So overall, that is amazing news. And I'm very happy to be able to share these results, even though they are not the official 90 days. It's still, my kidneys have healed immensely, even from the last time I had gone to the doctor. And then after I was, you know, originally sick, because I did have COVID, and I also took Paxlovid because I was a high risk. And so both of those things are very hard on the kidneys. And I'm super happy. I mean, you can probably tell I keep trying to not smile. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and roll the footage for the measuring and show my pictures. And I say this every single video, of course. If this interests you, please consider subscribing, like, share. For all of the people that are current subscribers, I appreciate you so much. I absolutely just still to this day get the biggest kick out of so many people being interested in my story. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I hope that you have the most wonderful rest of your day. And as always, eat your meat.